Today is Friday. Happy Friday. It is beautiful outside, and yesterday I finished the Griffiths text, Rachel Eliza Griffiths, which was phenomenal. The text was called Seeing the Body by Rachel Eliza Griffiths. It made me cry, which very rarely do poetry collections make me cry, and that one was very much affective. I really think that collection is going to tie into affect theory really, really well. All that to say, I finished that collection. I started the Dorian Lowe collection. It's called Only as the Day is Long. So I am about 40 pages into that. I continued reading Madness, Rack, and Honey by Mary Ruffel, and also Cognitive Eco-Poetics by Sharon Lattig. And I did a lot, actually, yesterday, which was good. And then I also went back to the gym. Yay! So today I am continuing. I'm probably going to finish the Lowe text. I'm going to continue reading Madness, Rack, and Honey and Cognitive Eco-Poetics, and I hope to get into the Hillman text, Extra Hidden Life Among the Days by Brenda Hillman. This one. I think I showed the Lowe text, but this is the Lowe text. And I'm behind, but it's okay. I feel pretty good. I feel a lot better since I went to the gym yesterday. But all that to say, I think it's too much for me to do these every single day. So I'm probably not going to do it every single day. But maybe like a few times a week, maybe once a week. I'm not sure. I also think that's just a lot for people to watch if I do it every single day. Like, I think I mentioned this when I first began this series. I started this series because I was inspired by another YouTuber. Her name is Tia Weston. And every weekend she works on her house. And then her series is about the renovation of this house that she bought for $1, which is like phenomenal. I love that YouTube series. But so she was my inspiration. And she does it about once a week, which makes me like really excited to see that video once a week. And I think that would be maybe like a once a week check-in to just go over all of the texts that I finished throughout that week is probably more advantageous for everyone involved. Me, primarily. And then you guys, if you have questions about the text or are looking for like book recommendations and such. But yeah, I think I'm going to scale back because it's a little overwhelming. I'm also easily overwhelmed, so I have ADHD, so if it's like too much, I'm like, ah! But yeah, other than that, my cats are doing okay. I think if you watched the one from Tuesday, I had to take Hobbs in, and he was a nightmare. And he started eating a little more, though now he will only eat canned tuna. So his tastes have been refined exponentially and expensively. And Dolce is also only eating canned food now. So I don't know if they both turned, 15 and 12. Hobbs' birthday was yesterday. Dolce's was in May. I don't know if they just turned 15 and 12 and they were like, you know what? We're done. We're done with Costco, Kirkland brand, grain-free dry food. We are moving into the prime of our elder ages, and we only deserve expensive wet food. So, I don't know. But other than that, today's a little busy. I'm taking one of my friends to get her first cat. Very exciting. We're picking it up. Well, she's adopting a cat from one of my other friends, which is a really great trade-off there. And then I have the gym at 12:30. And then I have a hair appointment at 4, which I'm excited about. And yeah. I did watch the new South Park, which was... I really, now, because Paramount pulled that shit with Colbert, excuse my language, I don't swear on this channel a lot, which is good, but... because Paramount pulled all that crap with Colbert, And then South Park, bless their hearts. South Park came out with that episode. I am of the opinion that now all of us should probably get Paramount Plus to show them that we actually are not in support of what's happening in the White House and all of the chaos that it's causing for your everyday American. So regardless of like the left or right, you know, it's impacting all of us pretty significantly. And they don't care about us. They don't give two flying beep about any of us. So I think that if we all give money to Paramount specifically to watch South Park, then maybe Paramount will be like, maybe we shouldn't have canceled the Colbert Show. Maybe we shouldn't let this, like, you know, tyrannist call the shots. But what do I know? I'm just an educated single cat lady. Who coined that? Wasn't it the Floridian senator or whatever his name? I don't remember his name. He's not even worth remembering. Mark Rubio. I remembered. I think, wasn't it him? Anyways, correct me if I'm wrong. All that to say, comme ci, comme ça. I am going to read. So, on Friday, I actually don't remember what I did. I am still reading. I haven't finished all the readings that I've set out to do. I got bangs on Friday. Really loving this bang aesthetic, actually. Very much a fan. I'm getting used to having it in my face again, though. I always remember my mom being like, don't you want to get your hair out of your face? When I was younger. Now I'm like, yeah, I do want to get my hair out of my face. Oh, you can see my kitties in the background. Cute! Anyways, I had a lovely weekend. It was filled with rejuvenation, rest, relaxation. I got to see my friends. This morning, I took a lovely walk around campus with one of my friends who I met when I first got to Oklahoma State. So that was super refreshing to see another friend who's been here for actually longer than me, which I don't run into that often. But with the text, I have been making progress on Only as the Day is Long by Dorian Lowe. I'm not finished with it yet, but I am close. And then I still need to finish Madness, Rack, and Honey. I still need to read the 2 Brenda Hillman texts, Extra Hidden Life Among the Days, and In a Few Minutes Before Later. And I need to get into the Gregerson text, which is Prodigal. And then I have not finished Cognitive Eco-Poetics. So I am quite behind. And I am navigating how to prevent burnout while I'm going through all of this. Other PhD students who have to do a lot of reading will understand. But so I'm catching up there. I'm also I have a lot of really fun books for this week scheduled. We're gonna see how far I get with them. Also, like, giving myself a lot of grace and a lot of, you know, space to kind of move through these, because I also want to retain information. But we have The World is Round by Nikki Finney, which, if you remember, this was a book I was supposed to finish a few weeks ago, but I did not. And then From the New World by Jory Graham, which I read one of her collections last week or 2 weeks ago. Then I have Toxic Flora by Kamiko Han, which I've already started reading this book. And I have Time and Material by Robert Hass. We've got the collected poems of Sylvia Plath, which I love Plath. I have If Men Then by Eliza Griswold, so that's gonna be a good one. Weeds and Wildflowers by Alice Oswald. I haven't read anything by her, so we will see. And then my critical text for this week is supposed to be Wild by Design. This is by Laura Martin, The Rise of Ecological Restoration, so that should be pretty interesting. And then I have another Voight text, The Flexible Lyric, which I haven't read this one. I know it'll be good to get into that. But basically this week I am just going to read as much as I possibly can and give myself grace to kind of like just do my best, get something done every day, which I usually get something done every day regardless, but yeah. And this is gonna be like another split video because I recorded the first section on Friday, which I do talk about how I'm probably not gonna do these videos every single day. It's a little bit too much for me. And it's good to, like, you know, navigate that and figure that out. But I'm debating on how often I'll be doing them. At least once a week, I think. So unless that becomes too much, which the closer I get to my exam, that might become, you know, a thing. And yeah, I think that's about it. So I am gonna get started. Good morning. Hey, kitties. My cats decided to pick a fight right when I did this. Hey! Hobbs! Okay, we'll see how that turns out. So, I finished the Dorian Lowe text last night. Today is Tuesday, so now we've got Friday, Monday, and Tuesday all in the same video, which is fine. And as you can see, I've got all of these books laid out. I brought them up. Oh my gosh. No. So sorry. But I've got all my books laid out, and what I've been doing this morning is figuring out how many pages I need to read from each text so I can completely catch up by the end of this week. Still behind on notes, but caught up on reading. And yeah, the Dorian Lowe text was great, and that's pretty much all I'm doing today is figuring out where I need to be and what I need to read. So yeah, we'll get started. Hey guys, hello, good morning. So now it's Wednesday, so we have Friday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday on this video. I did do quite a bit of reading yesterday. I now have 14 books that I'm trying to finish. Mostly by the end of this week, and then a few by the end of next week. Like the Sylvia Plath book, I'm breaking up into 2 weeks because there's a lot. But I have just like consistently been filming these and then logging them away but not posting them. So I just wanted to give an update of where I was at, and I will be posting this. I'll not be reading today until later today because I have to take Hobbs back to the vet to get his teeth cleaned. Oh, by the way, he ate green onions over the weekend. So then we had to go to the vet to induce vomiting, which was fun because green onions are severely toxic to cats. And that's also probably why he's had digestive issues for the past 2 weeks. Never in the 12 years that he has lived with me and been my cat has he ever eaten green onions. And then in the last 2 weeks, by the way, I have like green onions and I put them in like a cup and put them on the counter to like repropagate them, right? But in like 12 years, he has never bothered the green onions, and I do this like fairly frequently. And he took it upon himself about 2 weeks ago now at this point, I guess, to start eating green onions, which is why he had a lot of bowel issues. And if they eat enough, then it changes their blood. So that wasn't fun, but he's fine now. He hasn't had any issues since then, and it's fine. You would think, man, he's just, Hobbs, are you so dumb? Not you, Dolce. Dolce doesn't eat plants that will kill her. All of the plants that I have that are non-toxic to cats, Hobbs doesn't bother. But if they're severely toxic, you can bet your bottom dollar he's gonna try to eat that plant. I'll beat myself. But all that to say, so I'm taking Hobbs to the vet. I have a friend in town. I'm also cooking breakfast, so I'm going to flip my turkey bacon. We're trying to get protein in to, this is like basically a life update now. But I've been eating more protein because I am thinking about doing a cut because I want to see if I can get my abs to show more than they do. But I have a friend in town from Pennsylvania, and so I'm going to go down south and have lunch with her, and then I am going to my hairdresser because I really want like these bangs. I really want like full send bangs, like across here and then like fading in, and so I'm going to have her fix that. And then after that is when I'll get home. I'll pick Hobbs up and then I'll come home, and that's when I'll start my reading. So we will see how far we get. I'm trying to move as quickly as possible. I have a great support system here in Oklahoma because we're like PhD students, so we have to support each other, and also my family, where I'm just doing what I can and it'll be okay. It'll be okay. But yeah, I just wanted to update you. This is Practical Poetics. I think this is part 12, maybe 13. But I will look. And on the next video, I'll give a more in-depth discussion on what I've been reading. Bye, have a good day.